Thomas Taylor from Excessive, and today we're going to give you some helpful tips on how to play the snake. Now, getting into a snake, it always depends on the field. Some fields you can go right in, other fields you have to bump. Some fields you can go in if you get some help from your teammates, edging, shooting certain spots. We're not going to go over that too much. We're actually going to go over, once you get into the snake, what you can do in it. For this particular snake, I'd say you come in real close, stay tight on that beam. Don't even mess around with snake 1, go to snake 2. And generally that's how I like to play snakes. I always go as far as I can, take as much ground as I can, because that's when you're going to get your free kills. You catch people off guard, and have backs or whatever, and even if you don't, you get up there and they know you're there, they're so worried about you in the beginning of the game, it changes up their entire game plan. When you're playing a snake, you already have to know your shots. Snake 1, snake 2, snake 3. So when you get to these knuckles or these parts of the snake, you already know when I pop up, I'm going to have this shot, this shot, this shot. You don't have to figure it out when you get in here. On the flip side of that, you have to know who can shoot you. So if you're going to, say, snake 2, like on this field, as you're crawling up, what you need to be doing as you're crawling is looking up at that particular snake knuckle to see where the lines of paint are coming over the top of it. So if they're coming straight across the field, as we get up here, if you have paintballs coming straight across here, someone's already made it far up the field on the left side, like the other 30, the center 50 maybe. That's the kind of things you have to watch out for. But if you're crawling up, paintballs are coming straight in, you have someone on your side of the field. If you have paintballs coming along like this angle, it's probably just the back center still shooting at you. You want to be able to crawl and move up the snake while looking at those things already. You don't want to have to get here, get all set up, and then start checking for those lanes. That's part of knowing each knuckle, knowing who can shoot you, 3, 4 spots that can shoot at you. So if you see those lines of paint, you already know without even popping your head up, okay, there's a guy in the left 30, there's a guy in back center, there's a guy in the back right, and those are the things you can tell your other teammates or communicate with without ever even having to pop your head up over the snake and get shot. All right, so we know how to get into the snake. We've looked at the lanes. We know where our shots are at. Now it's producing those kills. There's a few different ways to do it. One, like I said, you catch them off guard. You go down the field farther than they think you're going to go. You get a free kill back. Something where they have no clue, right? You pop up and you take that shot. 2, there's tricking your opponent. So if you have someone in your mirror, the opposite side of the snake, in the same bunker, that person's posted down the line, you can always bait them. Where you take your gun, you shoot cross field, but you do it in your opposite hand. Generally, I wouldn't tell you to do that because you want to be able to stay tight in your bunker. What you're trying to get to happen is for your opposing snake player to hear from his teammates that you're shooting cross field. But really all you're doing is you're posted up to snap down the line, but you're shooting cross like this until he thinks you're shooting cross field, and then you take that quick snapshot. A lot of times you'll catch them moving up the field, or you'll catch them getting lazy. They put their elbow on the ground, they're getting all posted up because they think they have a while to wait until they're going to engage with you. Another thing you can do is when you get up into this knuckle, there's no paint, you come up, you shoot at a couple spots or whatever, say you get your elimination, you miss your elimination, whatever, all of a sudden this spot's going to start getting pounded, right? So what you do is you find a spot in the knuckle where you can back up. And when you back up, you block out a few things. From right here, for instance, I can block out the back left, I can block out the back center, I can block out the left 30. But I still have a kill on the center Dorito and the God. So you back up to a spot where you don't have to fight a lot of people because you really don't want to come up in the open where you can get shot. But if they're still pounding this, and you see the guns, bam, 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 they're pounding here, you back up to here, once again, you already know your shots. So you're like, okay, well, if I come up right here, I can shoot that center Dorito. If I come up right here, I can shoot that God. So you pick one of them, boom, quick shot, back down. Now, this is one of those things, it's hit or miss. You don't come up 2 or 3 times because you're going to get eliminated. You come up here, work right back up into the front. What you find is a lot of people in the snake, they get zoned in, they get that tunnel vision. I've done it a million times, and I think it's just something that happens with front players. You get here and you get working, and you want to do one thing. The real productive front players, the people that are going to help win or lose games, you're going to see them work the entire thing. Frontward, backwards, middle. Keep the opponents worried about them. That's key in producing well for your team. This is Thomas Taylor, your friendly neighborhood troll with Excessive, and you're watching ETV.